What's going on, guys? I happened to stumble upon the Economy, and this place has been closed for a year. It was a druggy motel, the kind of place you'd like to stay at. Full of drunks, drugs, bed bugs, head lice, a real eyesore. A vehicle was left, and before you people that decide to pick apart my video, the reason I can't get too close to it is it's all been fenced off. It's posted no trespassing, hard hat area. That tells me at some point they're going to demolish the place. What a shame. Definitely a 70s motel. As you can look behind me, the Economy Inn, there's the signage right there. I'll try to walk around the outside of it as best as I can. I don't know how much we'll see and how much we won't see, but nevertheless, an abandoned motel is an abandoned motel. Truth is, there was probably people living here month to month, and I have nothing against them people, probably living on their check because they couldn't afford the rent around here, so they rented this. What I've heard is the place got condemned. It was deemed unsafe to live in, so they ended up shutting the place down. They've got all the mattresses out in the parking lot. There's a dumpster out there. As I said, there's a vehicle that's got left. Let's go check the place out. Let's go see what we can see. There's the front of the motel, the office. Like I said, I don't know how much we'll get to see and how much we won't. There's the car that was abandoned. There's part of the motel. I've heard horror stories about this motel. I've heard there's different versions, but they all pretty much say the same thing. It was a roach-infested drug motel. One of them cheap-ass motels you can get for $30, $40 a night. That pretty much didn't care about the rooms, didn't care about keeping the motel up. All they cared about was the money. I wasn't even going to do a video, but then I decided, well, you get a good enough shot of the outside of it, you get pretty much the idea here. We'll walk around. There's a good shot of this side of the motel. And I know there's some idiot that will come on there, some hoss will come on there, spit on my video and say, oh, you should have jumped the fence. You should have got up close to it. You might have went inside. Well, I hate to disband you, but there's a bunch of truckers walking around the parking lot over there. There's a truck stop right next door. I happen to be standing in the restaurant parking lot behind them, taking photos of this. And all I need is somebody to call the cops and say, hey, that man was trespassing. I ain't going to jail for you or anybody else. Don't like it? Tough shit. Look at all the mattresses sitting right there in the parking lot. Now that was probably from all the rooms in the motel. Some of them are pretty thin. They're free. I mean, if anybody wants one, I'm sure they've got STDs. I'm sure people gotten drunk. They've pissed on them. I'm sure they've had orgies here. So I'm sure there's cum and everything else all over them. I wouldn't lay on them. I'm sure they smell a body odor from people not be able to take a shower. I would assume this place didn't have hot water. That's one of the things I've heard. I'm trying to stay above the fence line. But there you go. There's a good look at the mattresses. There's a lot of mattresses sitting there. They look like they've been here since the motel opened up. And like I said, I would assume this is maybe a 70s motel. There's your electronic room right there. And I would assume, like I said in the beginning of the video, I assume there's people that lived on Social Security, probably lived month to month here. This is all they had. It's hurting, it's nasty, it don't look good. Good thing we can zoom in. Look at some of the vents off the air conditioners just hanging off. You don't want to see this. You don't. You don't like seeing stuff like this. I certainly don't. You know, it's probably one of them cases where the management cared more about the damn money than they did caring about the people. Well, we could walk around this way. It's right off the interstate too. Like I said, I wasn't gonna film this, but at the same time, you know, a motel's a motel, right? In all seriousness, I don't want to see anybody lose their homes or hate any building being abandoned. Oh yes, this is hurting. You get a good angle from it here. It looks like it still has power. And a lot of the rooms, it looks like they have lamps on. But look at the back of that building. Oh man, that is definitely hurting. My God. Look, you can still see the light on over there. My fat finger. Looks like some of the rooms were left open. I would love to go inside and explore. I would love it. Had a swimming pool. At one time, this was probably a nice motel. And then the wrong people got a hold of it and started managing it. Cared more about the paycheck, cared more about the green than they did to human beings. Oh, that reminds me, there is something I do want to say. I'll wait to the end of the video to say it. There's your dumpster right there. Oh, look, the old Tom's vending machine. I don't know if I can get in that close, but you can see where it's hurting right there. Now we'll walk around here to see what we can see from behind. It's a shame they have to fence it off because you got what it is. It's got homeless. They have nowhere to go, free place to stay. And when it's cold, you know, what do? You're going to stay somewhere where it's warm. And since it still has power, hey, I would assume it still has water. Although I would not recommend it. I mean, if this place is full of bed bugs and roaches and STDs and there's the back of the motel. Now we got some good shots here. And good enough that I'm on a higher ground that I can actually look over the fence so you guys can see it. What a freaking shame. Well, there you go. There was a look at this motel right here. What a shame. A roach motel, probably infested with bed bugs, STDs, drugs, illegal shit that was going on here. What a freaking shame. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry we couldn't get too close to it. But I know some of them critics out there are gonna nag me for not jumping the fence and going in there and looking around. Remind you, there is a truck stop right here, and there's people walking around, and there's a McDonald's right across the street, and there's a restaurant right there, and the convenience store right there, and I don't need somebody saying something because I'm not going to jail for you or anybody else. It's mind over matter. I don't mind because you don't matter. Because it's just another dollar, another day. But anyway, there is something I do want to say though. In Minnesota yesterday, an ICE agent shot an innocent woman in the face 3 times. And I wanted to say to her family, Mrs. Good, and to her family, I am so sorry for your loss. I had to watch the video from all angles. That was straight out murder. And I am so sorry for what happened. Now she's got a 6-year-old son that's going to live without her father and her dad. I am so sorry for what happened. That shouldn't have happened. That was just straight out murder. And that's all I'm going to say about it. If you like what I do, please subscribe, please share. Don't be afraid to write some notifications about this old drug motel. Let's move on. Let's catch the next place. Coming here from Alabama to our next location. Love you guys. See you next time. Well, I love some of you guys.